welcome back. This is Jack. Let's get started.
Alright, Cutter, another shift, another credit. Today's goal is to complete your certification rank 2. And in order to do that, we're going to have to light up that new split saw mode you just upgraded in the half. Go ahead.
Because how I had to go and come back, it actually reset my progress on this, so I got to quickly do the antenna thing real fast. So. And then the cells. So, in case you didn't pick up on it when I was kind of just like speeding through, some things you can just literally yank off.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Like these antennas, you can just yank them right off, like they're nothing. And then some things you have to physically remove in one way or another.
Credits deposited.
So like these nacelles right here, I have to remove the connecting point to it right there. So that the piece can float free. So now one of the problems is, and one of the things you kind of have to learn how to do, is you're operating in a place with no gravity. So you're going to drift. So one of the more annoying things you have to learn is how to kind of move in 0G. Whether it be rolling or just stopping. That's one of the more annoying things that I have to remember to do. And if something is too in place, you will push yourself back instead. Like if I were to do that push to that big block right there, it would send me just spiraling away. Now, I wonder if I'm actually getting money from doing these pieces again. I don't know. Alright. So the second time I did the tutorial, this took me a little bit to learn. I still have to... hang on. Now, we saw this earlier. I didn't really go into it too much. But once again, you can see cut points, which makes this a lot easier. So here's what I'm going to do. This is still the focal point one where it's like I'm destroying this piece. Right there. And right there. Hang on. Now one of the problems I had learning in this is I'm not trying to like take apart the joints, or I'm not always trying to take apart the joints. Sometimes I'm just cutting it off. Like right here. Oh, why is it not? Oh, okay, I think I have to be above it to let me do the cut. Maybe it's not going to let me do it that way. Let me take another look. Okay, that's a hard point, so I actually can't cut it. Alright. So, I'll just do it in the middle then, like I'm supposed to. Alright. So real fast. The light blue, I can cut with this thing. The dark blue, I cannot. The yellow, I just disintegrate. Now, here's where it gets fun. I'm trying to save all the interesting points on the inside, but I gotta be able to get to it. Now, I had to learn this the second time because I made a mistake the first time. I was trying to cut very delicately in certain places, and you don't need to do that. More specifically because it'll take too long. So, like right there, and right here. Now... but wait a minute, it's still held on the sides. Cool.
Nice work there, Cutter. It's time to take the training wheels off and let you loose on this thing. My advice is to knock out your then see if you can salvage every last bit of the train investment. We call it using the whole buffalo. Waste not, want not, right, Cutter? Go get 'em, Tiger.
All right. Now, when you have something held like this, it'll tell you where it goes. Because I've made a mistake several times of throwing valuable things in the wrong place. Just hunks of metal like this go in the furnace because it's supposed to be. What we're doing is we're just smelting it at that point. This is just like space aluminum stuff. Now, I think that made it in just fine. Now it's just got to drift in there.
Raw material process.
There we go. See, just like that. And the reason I wanted to remove the panel that way, so carefully, is because I wanted access to this point. And now I don't need the special cutter, because now I'm removing these joints right here. Now I gotta be careful because there's some valuable stuff on the inside I'm trying to save. And getting those, I need at least 2 of them, and any extra beyond that, I make extra bucks. You can see in the work order right there, which I'm going to keep up from now on, so you guys can see it. Now, I don't know what removing those cutting points did for me, because this is the first time I did that successfully. Every other time I kind of messed up. But the good news is, are those on fire? No, okay. They look like they are, so I might need to hurry up and get those down there. Yeah.
Injury detected. Your activity has dropped below nominal levels.
I set them on fire by accident. So, there's going to be a cut. I'm going to get back to where I just was. Alright, so I'm back here. I just cut pretty much everything I had cut before. The difference is, there's still those safe, delicate things on the inside. So I'm going to try and be careful this time and not hit them, because that's what messed me up. They were in the top left-hand corner. My goal right now is just to remove this little plate right here. And I gotta both balance out me not moving. Alright, now let's check the scanner. Okay, they're still on the edges, so I should be fine. And if I, pretty much, what I'm thinking is if I remove this plate, I shouldn't hit them, as long as I remove them before I cut anything else, because they are delicate. Like, they're actually referred to as like soft boxes or something like that. Alright, now I just gotta get this plate out of the way. Now you want to be careful using your tools because you don't want to break them, because you do have to repair them, and that does cost you money. Well, you are given a certain amount of repair kits off the start. And I'm pretty sure buying additional ones will cost you. Oh, that's not supposed to go there. As you saw before, this goes into the... it was reflex, I was throwing it down there. This goes over there, into the furnace. So I gotta now get in... Because I messed up right there, I have to get in a position and just toss it. You saw right there, I had tethered on to something I actually can't move, and it just launched me.
Raw material process. Credits deposited.
And then you have these little wings right here that I didn't get before. These can be tossed over there, because they apparently have like something valuable on them that need to be processed separately. Now let me get in a position so I can just toss it. I'm not doing too well with my controls right now. Hang on. First I'm going to brake so I don't have movement. Now I'm going to use spacebar to go up. And I'm going to brake again. And now I'm just going to keep pushing it. There we go. That one goes over there. And thankfully there's one on each side right now. So
Valuable object process. Credits awarded.
I'm guessing that's not going to always be the case. And there we go. So I'm pulling that back up. Now, my first instinct had been to keep cutting, but I want to get these fragile things out. And as you can see, they actually have their own health. This is going to go down into the barge. I got to be careful with them. And by that I mean chuck them into there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
If you look up in the work order, they're actually called soft crates. Just backing it up. There we go. Tossing it. Now I just gotta grab that other one. So I actually got enough for the work order. I don't need any more. But I do have the third one. So I can do that, and I'm gonna get extra money because I succeeded in that. So now all I gotta do is get aluminum for me to complete the work order. But as he said, I don't know if you guys heard it, the more I get, the beyond the work order, the more money I make. So right now my goal is to see how much I can get. Now my guess is this goes into the furnace. Okay, let's see if I can actually push it. Nope, it's pushing me. Okay. Alright. Does the bottom move? No. Okay, the bottom is moving. This goes into the processor. Because I'm very glad it does tell you, because it's not always obvious. I think I made it. If not, I'll just go get it later. Because the top is going to float away here in a second.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
And there you go. I'm just going to watch it spin off. And I didn't need to get those, actually. Once again, that's going to be extra money in my pocket because I was able to cut that off without, you know, breaking it. Now it's going to come down to the last couple pieces here.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Alright, let's see if I can get in a position. Now I'm kind of curious. Hang on, I want to test something. I didn't test this earlier. I could have melted the corner pieces to remove everything. The first time I was doing this, I assumed you had to use the new cutter on them. But in reality, I could have cut the seams with this. So, my mistake, this is your chance to learn something. So if you guys decide to play this game yourself, which I recommend, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. And this is just the tutorial. And even the tutorial doesn't feel too hand-holdy beyond the initial movement thing that they have you do. But that's because every game, especially a game like this, has a hand-holdy kind of movement system. Or education part. Because they kind of need it. Getting rid of all these connecting points, because once I get rid of all the connecting points, they're all free to move, and I will get pretty much full money on this. Especially because that piece on the right seems to have a carbon piece attached to it. And I just got to deal with the bottom, and that should be it. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get docked in time, because if you look, it looks like there's a bar that's telling me how much time I have left. I'm not sure. And I'm already done.
Get back to your half to end your shift and spend them shiny new links.
Oh, wait, come back, come back, come back, come back.
We wrap.
Oh, it is telling me to put it there. Okay. I thought for a second there it was telling me to put it somewhere else because it has like those two little chunks on it. But I was mistaken.
Deposit accepted.
Now, let's see if these actually get me anything too. Oh, okay, yeah, I do get to put those in there for processing. See, did I miss anything else? No, that's it. Cool. And that's basically how this game goes. And you get more tools, you can do more weird things. But so far, I do enjoy this game. Like, it seems it can be rather tedious, but it's got this own problem-solving, puzzle-solving kind of thing. That I'm really going to enjoy. And not to mention, you have to deal with things like electrical current at some points. You have to deal with electrical currents, depressurization, various things like that. Cool. And I did a pretty good job. So let's see what he's got to say immediately, and then we'll go from there. Utility grapple. Yeah, I missed a bit of aluminum and titanium, but for the most part, I got almost everything. So I think I did a good job.
Well, congratulations on completing certification rank 2 there, Cutter. Now that you've proven you kind of know what you're doing out there, Lynx has a present for you. Go ahead and make your way to the equipment upgrade screen and let's see what we see.
I got a grapple. Or an upgrade for my grapple. Tether module. Purchase the license for a remote continuous van der Waals medium tensor, or tether. Tethers can be deployed to establish 2 electromagnetic anchors that pull... You saw that in the opening video where the guy had like several chunks of metal and he just launched them all.
Repeat after
Present.
me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends. Let's select your next shift and head out into the yard to try them out.
Okay, we're not going to worry about that just yet because I think we're going to stop here. But y'all know what's coming up next, so enjoy. Thank you for watching. This has been Jack with the Geek's Perspective. Please like, subscribe, and share. And you have all my social media accounts that you'll be able to keep track of on my various work. Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Also, please take care of yourself during this coronavirus outbreak. Please wear a mask, wash your hands, and practice proper social distancing. It's not about taking care of yourself and protecting yourself, but protecting others so you don't spread the virus. So please stay safe and take care of yourself. Thank you.